Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everyone out there is doing well and came back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game Pocket ranked matches. Today's video, I feel like trying out a Lanturn EX deck. Now you may be wondering why in the world I'm playing a Lanturn deck now. That is because I was just kind of going through my cards, just seeing what I haven't built a deck around yet, and I just kind of noticed Lanturn sitting there in my queue of things that I haven't tried yet, so I figured why not try out Lanturn and see if we can make a winnable deck here in ranked. Now, I can't really take full credit for the deck composition on this one because honestly, I didn't really know what cards really worked well with Lanturn. So I looked up a deck recipe online and then kind of added my own little twist on it, which means I probably just effectively made it worse. But we're going to try to see if this works anyway. And for future videos, you'll probably see me play a few more EX cards that are a little bit unconventional just because I'm just looking around trying to see what kind of weird decks I can make for the next few videos, I guess. But yeah, this deck is really simple in its composition. Just revolves around Lanturn EX, Pichu, Zeraora, and Chinchou. I'll have the entire deck list in the description of the video below if you want to try this deck out for yourself or simply improve upon it. And we'll go into the game plan here a little bit when we actually find some ranked matches. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling, and let's go get out and find our first game. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we are unfortunately going first. I will never not complain about having to go first. Ooh, let me get Zeraora, and really nothing else. But the good thing about Zeraora, it is here. It can give energy to itself on the first turn. And we got two of them, so we can kind of double stack it here and get it going pretty fast. But unfortunately, its effect only gives it gives it energy on the opening turn. If you get it afterwards, then you're kind of have to build it up the old-fashioned way. But thankfully, it only takes 2 energy to get going, and we do get our Chinchou. So hopefully, this is a sign of good fortune. Let's do Thunderclap Flash here on both of our Zeraoras. So we can start attacking for 50 damage pretty fast. But really, Zeraora's here for the energy acceleration. We're also running Elemental Switch in our deck so we can push energy forward to Lanturn when it's in the active spot so we can build it up faster. We're running Will because Lanturn has the unique ability with the coin toss. You don't lose on the coin toss. Heads, I'm trying to remember the effect. I think heads, your opponent's confused. Tails, your opponent's paralyzed. So you can kind of force the coin to land like you want it. So that's a good thing to run Will here. We can stack the odds in our favor, and we have Pichu here also for energy acceleration, but we didn't start out with it in the opening spot, so it's not as helpful. Now, I'm tempted to do Iono here to A, disrupt their hand, and B, net me a Lanturn, so we'll just do that as well. We do lose out our Will and Cyrus, but we get 2 new cards, so it might be a little bit more helpful. Good Sabrina, not bad. Let's go ahead and attack this Rowlet. Not weak to electricity, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't really know how strong Lanturn is. I can't imagine very, for being completely honest, but I figured it'd be something fun and different to try, and we just have to hope they don't already have a Decidueye, because that will just immediately KO us. Alright, they're playing the Pokemon Communication, so definitely fishing for one, so hopefully they don't also have the rare candy to go with it. Because we'll just get hit for 80 here. Alright, they're going to have to evolve this up the old-fashioned way. Gonna heal it up with Erica. And this does 20 damage to just one of our Pokemon. And they're going to choose to target the Zeraora, which is fine. And we get another Chinchou. Not seeing Lanturn yet, which is not good. Another Professor Oak. Another Will. I guess we'll just start building up our bench here. So if we get lucky enough to get Lanturn here soon. And weaken the Startrix before it inevitably probably becomes Decidueye here this turn. Now ideally in this deck you want to be running 2 Pichus, but I only have 1, so that's why you're only going to see me 1 run in this video. It's just because of my limitations of the cards that I have. Now, if I was a betting man... Oh, never mind. It has to have damage on it before they can pick at random. Never mind. was gonna say, I thought they were just gonna straight up just take out my Chinchou, which would ruin everything. All right, we do finally get our Lanturn, which took a little bit of time. Now we can just retreat here. Bring Lanturn in. Actually, I'm an idiot. I forgot to take into account that it would take an energy to retreat. So instead, I just floated Lanturn out here to get hit for free because I'm a freaking moron. Okay, so let me read this real quick. Heads, they're paralyzed. Tails, they're confused. Okay, I couldn't remember what order of operations it was. Well, there goes my brilliant plan of putting an energy on a Lanturn and attacking immediately, huh? Oh, I totally forgot that, I don't know why I didn't take the retreat cost into account. Alright, I think it's better for us to paralyze the Decidueye so it can't run. So we're going to stack the deck to guarantee the heads out here. Alright, will definitely be heads, so they can't go anywhere. They're paralyzed. Can't retreat either. They can heal the Decidueye. But that's just a gamble we're going to have to take. At least we can't get swung on and they can't go anywhere. But they probably have another Decidueye, so... we are racing against time, unfortunately. I misplayed him and we had a little bit of a late start getting Lanturn up and running. Alright, there's my test score. Alright. Now, I could switch something in, but that doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. So we're just gonna have to attack here and hope they don't have their other Decidueye. And we'll flip a coin toss for no reason. It is paralyzed, though. Alright, we get 2 points on the board, but if they've got the Decidueye here, then it's not really going to matter too much. Now, do they have it? They don't, so we actually just win here, which is nice. Okay, so my bonehead misplay here. Actually, no, we don't win here. No, yeah, we do. Well, I'm an idiot. I was looking at his points and not mine. God, I'm having a hard time keeping up with information here just because I'm a moron. All right, well, we do manage to get a win on the board despite a few misplays and my mind not being able to read or comprehend information at a reasonable level. But we do manage to win. I'll take it. We'll see if we can manage to net some more wins across the board here with the Lanturn. But yeah, good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. All right, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we're going to go first again. All right, so we're going to be playing off the back foot immediately, but we do have Zeraora to kind of make that a little bit easier. Be able to pay it of going first. And we're going up against Incineroar. All right. And we do already have Chinchou and Lanturn in hand, so not a bad start. We can also oak it up and live a little bit. All right, not bad at all. And yeah, that's all I can do. All right, and next turn, we can freely swing with Zeraora. Now let's hope they don't get built up into Incineroar too quickly. I mean, they can't evolve this turn regardless of whether they get it or not. And they need 3 energy to swing. Ooh, they're doing Incineroar Entei. Interesting. All right, and they go with the Cape on Litten. Makes sense. All right, I wouldn't, well, so they could retreat and put Entei in the active spot so they could draw cards, but I don't really know if that would be how truly beneficial to them at all. All right, we're going to get pop for 20. That's all right. We live to fight another day. And we do have Sabrina to give us some breathing room. Let's get energy into our Zeraora. Let's get Lanturn down here, and we can retreat if we really want to with the Lyra. Now, do I want to play Iono? I mean, they would only get one card of it. I get 4. But will it really be truly beneficial for me to do that? We'll hold off. Since they only got the one card, they can't have Rare Candy and Incineroar at the same time. They could possibly now. And knowing my luck, they would have that combination. But even if they have Incineroar, it doesn't KO us now, because all they can do is burn. Alright, we'll bring Chinchou out. Alright, now I do have a couple options here. I could... See, I want to get Lanturn built up as fast as possible. I don't know if this is necessarily the smartest thing. Please play Lyra. And we'll swap Chinchou out for free, just so we don't have to spend any resource. And take out one Litten and eliminate the threat of Incineroar, at least for right now. Now, the real question is, will they continue to build up this Litten or choose to build up the Entei on the bench? They do need 4 energy for Entei to do max damage, but the 60 would still hurt pretty severely. But they opt to concede, they bricked. I couldn't draw into their Incineroar. I feel their pain. I've been there and done that as well. But alright, well, we managed to win 2 games so far with the Lanturn deck, which I will gladly take. We're overachieving as far as I'm concerned. We'll see if we can net another win here in the next match. Good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. I'm going first again. The game really hates me today. Alright, but I have started with Zeraora every single turn. Or every single game so far, so I can't really complain too horribly much. And we're going up against a Luxray deck. I don't know if I've actually have run into one before. But we don't have any Oaks or anything in our hands, so we can't really do much right now. Alright, so can we get our Lanturn up and running before they get their Luxray? And they're running Luxray Raikou. Interesting. Honestly, I haven't seen, like, since the legendary dogs have been introduced, like, I haven't really seen much of Raikou anyhow. But by far and away, Susween has been the one that I've run into the most, which makes sense because Susween and Greninja is everywhere. I'm surprised I haven't run into it yet, for being completely honest. Alright, we already got our Lanturn. We got our Zeraora. Let's do some damage to the Shinx. Hopefully they don't have Luxray. I don't remember how many they have Luxray. I don't remember how much energy it takes for Luxray to get going. Alright, we do minus 20 damage while Luxray is in the active spot. So we can only hit it for 30 at a time as of right now. So we have to try to build up our Lanturn pretty quickly. Alright, they're going to opt to swap here. Alright, we got Will, so we can guarantee a paralysis if we need it. Let's get energy into our Lanturn. I'm actually going to Cyrus in the Luxray so they can't get Raikou running faster than I can get Lanturn built. So if we have to, I'm willing to do Cyrus twice just to ensure that we're being a pain in the ass and make them spend the resource in a way they don't want to. Alright, they're going to swap again. I'm actually going to opt to keep Luxray out here. That is fine. Alright, we get a Pichu, which we don't necessarily need right now. but I'm going to opt to keep him out. And next turn, our Lanturn will be ready. Which will be good. Alright, there needs Vulcaner. And Electrical Cord. So we are going to lose our Zeraora there, but we're going to bring in Lanturn now. We'll be ready to go next turn. And we get an Oak as well. Let's go and get energy to Lanturn. Now, what it is... I didn't mean to open up a Luxray. What is Raikow's effect, actually? So it does 10 damage to one of our bench Pokemon as well. So, would it be worth to... Well, if I Sabrina in the Raikou... Okay, I think there's a pattern here, a path to victory here. So I'm going to play Oak. That's what I'm going to do. We get our elemental switch in Sabrina. We will just go ahead and take out Luxray. And they have to bring in a Raikou regardless. So what I'm going to do, since we can two-shot Raikou, because we'll endure the hit. They can't do too much to Lanturn. So I will be able to guarantee a paralysis so they can't retreat with Raikou and KO it in 2 turns, guaranteeing that we win before they can attack. They had to attack me 3 times to take up Pichu as well. So, okay, yeah. Unless they have a Lyra or something that can get them out of trouble here. We're going to play Will. Guaranteed the paralysis. And even if they have a Nurse Joy, they can't out-heal me here. And they can't out-damage me. Now, Oricorio could potentially ruin things, so we do have a Cyrus. I don't think there's any way they can get Raikou out. And I'm hoping I'm right on that. Alright, I am correct. And we get another Will. Let's go ahead and attack and win. And it's going to make me flip the coin. Of course it is. And we managed to get Raikou taken out. And take the game there. Well, I have been surprised that we've managed to win 3 games in a row with Lanturn. That is 3 more wins than I expected to get at all, if I'm being completely honest here. But yeah. I think I'm going to end the video here, though, and end it on a high note, I suppose. Let's not let Lanturn run out here for too long so I can ruin the good will and fortune that I've had in this video so far. But yeah, this has been Lanturn. Feel free to leave me any notes on the deck and how it can be made better. Obviously, maybe running more Pichu would help. I didn't really draw into Pichu in a reasonable manner to really make effect of it, but we managed to luck into Zeraora every turn, so that kind of carried us through every game so far. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to end the video here. If you made this far, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.